Roblox reported fourth quarter earnings that sent the stock soaring after the results were announced. So what I'm going to do in this video is go over the main highlights of the earnings report and take out what I thought were the most powerful insights from the company's metrics and share them with you in a little less than 5 minutes. So let's get right into it. So revenue increased by 2% in the fourth quarter to 579 million. Now you might say that's a pedestrian growth for a growth stock like Roblox, but you got to remember Roblox was a supreme beneficiary during the pandemic when kids were sent home from school and extracurricular activities were closed and parents didn't want their kids interacting with their friends in person. Roblox was a smart alternative for all of those kids who were staying at home. And so it gained millions of new customers, engagement soared, revenue soared, everything was through the roof. And the fear was that when economies reopened, Roblox would lose all of those users that it gained during the pandemic. And what's been surprising, a positive surprise, is that that hasn't really been the case. Of course, growth has slowed down, but it hasn't turned negative, and that's what's pleasing investors, and that's what's kept the stock where it has been, and the stock hasn't crashed as much as economies have reopened. Loss per share worsened to 48 cents compared to 25 cents in the fourth quarter of 2021. The company is investing a lot in building out its platform, and it pays out a lot in stock-based compensation. So I feel that looking at cash flow from operations is a more informative metric for Roblox than earnings per share. And one of the reasons is because of the way it categorizes customer deposits. So bookings of 899 million was up by 17% year over year. And what bookings are for Roblox is, so to join Roblox is free, right? Anyone can join Roblox. It's free to join, free to use. However, there are certain premium experiences and items on the platform that you need Robux for. And when consumers want to buy Robux, they need to deposit cash and buy the Robux. And that's how Roblox categorizes those deposits. They count them as bookings. These bookings are not counted as revenue immediately. So if you deposit $100 for your kid on Roblox, Roblox doesn't count that $100 as revenue. What Roblox does is spreads out that $100 into 24 months and splits that up into 24 months of revenue at what, like $3, $4 per month for 24 months, which totals the 100 or so your deposit. So bookings is a strong indicator for future revenue, and with bookings up 17% year over year, that signals that revenue is likely to be solid over the next 12 to 24 months. Average daily users increased by 19% to 58.8 million. That's a lot of daily active users. And remember, these are not users that just log on and log off. People that go on to Roblox typically spend a good amount of time playing the games on there. Hours engaged increased by 18% to 12.8 billion hours. That's how much hours these 58.8 million users spent on Roblox. So a considerable amount of time. ABP DAU was $15.29, which was down 2% year over year. ABP DAU stands for the average booking per daily active user. So it measures how much each user was depositing on average on the platform in the quarter. So this tells you that on average people were spending just about the same on Roblox in the fourth quarter as they were in the same time in the fourth quarter of 2021. That's good news because in 2022, the economic reopening had gained significant momentum compared to the fourth quarter of 2021. So the fact that people were still spending just about the same amount of money compared to last year is good news. That was a big relief to investors, and that was one of the main reasons the stock jumped. Cash from operations of 119 million was down from 122 million year over year. Again, the fact that it didn't fall considerably was a big relief and why the stock is going up. Right now, investors in Roblox, investors following Roblox, the biggest risk is that it was a pandemic stock and it's going to struggle as economies reopen. So with each quarter that Roblox proves this is not going to be the case, the risk on the stock decreases. And if you're an investor and you're following the stock market, this is something that's true for every stock in the market today. When risk decreases, the price of a stock increases, right? Because risk and return are two sides of the spectrum. Investors are willing to pay more, all else equal, for a stock with lower risk than they would for a stock with higher risk. And that's why every time risk comes down, even if revenue and profits are the same and risk falls, the price goes up. And this is true for every stock, and this is what's happening with Roblox. That's the prime reason why the stock is going up so much, despite the fact that we're looking at these metrics: revenue up by 2%, earnings per share is lost, getting worse, deposits roughly flat. So you're seeing cash flow flat, and then the stock is jumping. The primary reason for the jump is the decrease in risk. So and the company gave an insight into what's happening so far in January. These figures we mentioned here were as of December 31st. The company told us that so far in Q1 in January, all of these key metrics were improving. So that's good news for the first quarter that's upcoming in a couple of months when the company will report on. So overall, an excellent quarter for Roblox. The stock was up justifiably in response to these metrics, and investors were extremely pleased with what Roblox had to report. All right, so that's all I've got for this video. As always, I truly thank you for tuning in, and I hope I'll see you again next time for another video. Thanks for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.